So I use this extra virgin olive oil when I'm cooking everything.
Wow.
Have you got a problem with that, chef? Because I heard that I might be wasting my money. Is that true? So tell me. So oils. The smoke point of oil is also known as the burning point of oils. In general, more processed oils will have a higher smoke point. So the less processed oils, which are virgin and extra virgin oil, will have a much lower smoke point. Smoking oil is not always a problem. You want to get the oil sometimes as hot as possible to get a good sear on your meats. But if it's the wrong type of oil, then it can result in a bit of a bitter flavour on your food. And imagine you spend an incredible amount of money on an amazing piece of meat, and then you put the wrong type of oil and it starts to give a little bit of a bitter flavour to the meat. But smoking is also a sign that your oil is breaking down. So when oils start to break down when they get too hot, they can start to release unstable atoms known as free radicals. Now those are not so good for the body. So to avoid this, it's all about getting the right oil for the job. Should I be cooking with vegetable oil or olive oil? Vegetable oil has a higher smoke point than olive oil. It's much more processed and it's more neutral in taste. It's made from extracting oils from different types of grains and vegetables and fruits, all mixed together into one, called vegetable oil. So it's great for cooking on a high heat, like searing something really hot, or deep frying. Now olive oil is got a bit more flavour about it, a bit more fruity, lower smoke point, much more suited to sauteing in a pan, frying something really quickly, something that doesn't need a high temperature. But then you've got virgin and extra virgin olive oil, and the smoke point is even lower. So that's no good for cooking. So if you're buying that stuff because it's more expensive than the normal olive oil and you're cooking with it, then you're wasting your money, or it's literally going up in smoke. What's the difference between olive oil and extra virgin olive oil? So olive oil is made by taking the washed olives, crushing them into a paste, pressing them out, and the oil comes out. Then you go through a process of refining that oil. Takes away a little bit of that flavour, makes it a bit more neutral, heats it up to remove the impurities from the oil, which makes it a bit better for cooking with it. Extra virgin oil doesn't go through that process. It doesn't go through a refining process or a heating process to remove impurities. The oil gets pressed and it kind of stays like that, much more fruitier, much more flavour. And if you get that stuff, you don't want to cook with it, you want to just put that straight on some bread and eat it. It tastes really great. So don't buy extra virgin olive oil to cook with it, just eat that one straight out of the bottle. The olive oil, without any extra virgin, much better for cooking with, cheaper to buy, a little bit more neutral in taste, great all-rounder. And the same grading goes to coconut oil. You've got the extra virgin coconut oil and virgin coconut oil and the normal coconut oil. And just to put it in perspective, just to give you 1 kilo of olive oil, that takes 5 to 6 kilos of olives. 5 to 6 kilos, that's like 5,000 olives to make one bottle. It's avocado. Wait, Liam, wait, I got one for you. It's my turn this week. If olive oil comes from olives and coconut oil comes from coconuts, then where does baby oil come from? Oil? Can't even keep saying it, I keep saying oil. Avocado oil good for cooking. Avocado oil comes from pressing the flesh of the avocado, and we know that avocados have a great amount of good fat, so the health benefits of avocado oil are quite close to an extra virgin olive oil. But the advantage is avocado oil has the highest smoking point of all the plant-based oils. So it's super, but it's pretty expensive. So go easy on the stuff. And it's quite thick as well. You'll notice when you use it, it's quite creamy. So you don't want that stuff going down your sink. How should I dispose of my cooking oil? Should I just throw it down the sink? Never throw your oil down the sink. That's just going to cause blockages. If it's just a little amount, take some newspaper, wipe it out, put that newspaper in the bin. If it's a little bit more than that, then put it in a container, let it cool down obviously. You can collect it all together in one big bottle, and when it's full up, take it down to your local recycling centre. These days, that stuff is being turned into biofuel, it's being turned into soaps. So just check where is the closest place that you can recycle it, because it can go and turn into something completely new. If you're deep frying and you've only used it once and you haven't fried something too out there, like it's quite neutral, then what you can do is just let it cool down. What I do is pour that oil through a coffee filter to filter it out, keep it in the fridge, and you can get one more use out of it. Should I buy an air fryer? Tell me, should I? Don't use more oil than you need to. Number one, it's not easy to produce it. It takes a lot of energy to produce it. And number two, it's just waste that we don't need. Should I use oil or butter in my cooking? So butter is much richer than oil. It takes up a lot of flavour when you add it to a dish. Gives it a little bit more richness, but it's got a much lower smoking point. So I would say actually, I just usually use butter at the end when I want to finish off a dish, and you can make like a nice sauce by using the butter as the base, or brown butter, because it's going to pick up all the flavour that's at the bottom of that pan. Always in moderation, of course, because too much butter is not amazing for you. Just like it, that solidity, it gets to room temperature. Yeah, that's going in your arteries, so be careful. My favourite, oh my god, what you need to do is you need to go and Google Natia Kibe. This is the most amazing butter you will ever cook with, right? They take ghee and they spice it up, and it's just the most amazing base for so many dishes. Try it. Wow, chef. If you learned something new, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I have a feeling if you like this video, you're going to like this one right here.